Hi, my piece is called Two Masks. And this piece was inspired by a piece called Sonrisas, which is about living in two different worlds. When I was doing my undergraduate here at UC Berkeley, I was commuting. I couldn't live on campus because I couldn't afford it. So I commuted from Fremont, California every day back and forth using BART, getting dropped off at BART. So the entire trip took an hour and a half one way, 3 hours every day. And I couldn't afford my tuition, transportation, so I worked as a waitress over the weekend. So it was weird for me in a way, because when I was here, I was surrounded by people who talked about graduate school, medical school, law school, things that I knew that were too expensive, things that I knew that I couldn't do. And then as a waitress, no one cared that I went to Berkeley. It was more of, how fast the food comes out. If you can put that smile on your face to every single customer. Getting yelled at constantly by customers, things that, you can't control that aren't your fault. And so it was hard. And at that time, I didn't really see a life outside of that. I thought that waitressing was the most that I could do in this country. I didn't, even though I was going to Berkeley, I knew that after I graduated, there was nothing for me. And I worked for 2 years after I graduated as a waitress, always answering that question, why don't you graduate from Berkeley? Why don't you get a better job? So I'm going to read my piece, Two Masks. I'm a student by day. I spend hours in lecture halls. Nadia, did you understand what he was saying? No, I was having a hard time staying awake. I'm a waitress at night. I spend hours taking orders. Hi, my name is Nadia. I'll be taking care of you today. Can I start you off with anything to drink? I'd like to order water with lemons. Oh, and can you bring sugar packets as well? I study and I take exams. That test was so unfair. I know that question wasn't even in his notes. I handle customer complaints. How did everything come out with your food? My meat was undercooked. These mashed potatoes are cold. I need to speak to your manager. I dream like the others of things I'll do when I'm done. Nadia, what are you going to do when you graduate? I'm going to take the MCATs, applying to medical school, try and look for a new job, knowing deep down that this is not within my reach. And like my coworkers at the restaurant, I dream of the day I can get a new job. If you could have any job in the world, what would it be? I'd like to be a doctor, work for myself, anything that's not waitressing, knowing deep down that this is not within my reach. Thank you.